is up with Father and that music? And whose voice is that? She sounds vaguely familiar.
Sweetheart, a drink?
What?
You want a wine before dinner?
Oh, yes, white wine, Chardonnay, please.
My lovely wife will have a Chardonnay. I'll have a whiskey and soda. And can I see your wine list, please? Sure.
Well, the one thing that I know for certain now is that I have got to tell TC the truth. I was so close to doing it on the pier, and then I saw how upset Whitney was. But he's got to know the truth about my son and about Julian. Just let the chips fall where they may.
Okay, honey. We're all alone. You said you wanted to talk to me so we can clear the air about our past.
Yes.
Yeah, because I sure don't want anything coming back to haunt us like it did Sam and Grace.
Yes, that's right.
Having David and Ivy come back into their lives has really wrecked their marriage.
Well, I wouldn't give up hope on them yet.
Sweetheart, I don't understand, Grace. I mean, she runs off with David and she goes to a place where she had her honeymoon with him. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. How's that going to help?
Well, Grace thinks it's for the best. I mean, she thinks it's for the right reasons.
I know. She wants to put her past with David behind her.
And move on with Sam.
Honey, I don't care how many times I hear it. I just don't get it. How can you go off with your first love in hopes to try to make things better with your second? It just doesn't make any sense.
There. I wanted to do that right.
Well, David, you really didn't have to carry me across the threshold.
Well, that's what I did at our first honeymoon at the same hotel, and I promised myself I'd do it again someday.
Oh.
Welcome to second honeymoon.
Thank you.
Wow, this place hasn't changed a bit in all the years since we've been here, has it?
I don't know.
I'm sure something will spark your memory. Hello, David Hastings. I have a reservation for 2 rooms, one for me and one for the lady.
Yes, I have you on file, sir.
Something wrong?
We have you down for 1 room, sir, not 2. There must be some misunderstanding.
I want to look my best for Sam. This date is the beginning of our new life together. Now, all David has to do is seduce Grace, and my plan will be a success. And David will have Grace, and I'll have Sam. Oh.
You look so beautiful.
Well, all we need are glasses and we'll be all set.
What could be keeping Beth?
I don't know. Right, but I wish she would hurry up. Well, she said she would tell Antonio that she didn't want to get married. Why not at least that'll buy us some time so we can figure out how to be together.
Until Sheridan is out of the picture completely, you will never truly be mine, Louise.
Well, that must be Beth. Hey, Beth.
Hey, everybody.
Come on in. So Louise tells us that you have something to tell us about your wedding. Some kind of concern? That's right. There's something that you wanted to tell Antonio and Sheridan. Right, Beth?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I
Go ahead, Beth. Just tell Antonio what you told me about getting married.
Elizabeth, you look almost worried. Why?
It's,
Beth, don't be afraid, okay? You just tell them what you told me.
the truth is, I don't want to get married to Luis right now.
Oh, you know what? I probably should be getting home. I want to check on my mom and see how she's doing.
Well, your dad's with her, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, maybe they need a little time alone. You know, like you and me, after the day we just had.
Tell me about it. I mean, it has been a strange day.
Strange doesn't even begin to describe it. I mean, what do they say about emotional roller coaster rides?
Mm-hmm.
We just rode the super cyclone.
Yeah, I mean, Teresa arguing with Julian about custody of little Ethan.
Yeah, well, you know, at least Julian gave Teresa permission to leave the Crane grounds with little Ethan.
Yeah. And then my mom revealing that she had lost a baby before she had Simone and me. A little boy. I mean, for a minute there,
We
I really
thought the baby was me. That we were brother and sister.
I mean, if that had been true,
But
do you...
it's not.
Right. Thank God it's not.
I know. I mean, we made love. And if we found out that we were brother and sister, you know, I just can't put that together in my head.
No. Neither can I.
Well, there is a reason why Grace went on the trip with David. She wants to prove to him once and for all that she doesn't love him.
How about not going? Prove it.
Well, Grace doesn't think so. She thinks that this trip will give them both closure. It will prove to David that she loves only Sam. And then David can sign the annulment papers with no regrets about what might have been. And then Grace will be free to marry Sam.
You know, honey, I always thought that Grace was a very level-headed person, but she is way off on this one.
I don't disagree with you, TC. I think her motives were right, but I think it was so wrong for her to go off with David.
It was dead wrong.
She's playing with fire. Two people go away together alone. You never know what might happen.
Sweetheart, like I told you before, if you had a man from your past and you didn't tell me about it, and then you went away with him, it will be over between us.
The thought of losing you leaves me cold and turns me blue.
Stop it! No! Please, somebody! Help! He's taking my baby! No! My baby! My baby!
E? What is it, sweetheart? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Taste your kiss at moments like this. Long after your touch gave me such a rush. Now I know it's true. There's not 1 second or two. I could live
Fox. Sorry, Father, I didn't mean to startle you.
What do you want?
Who is she?
I don't know. It's something I taped off the radio.
You listen to it a lot.
I like the way she sings. Is there anything the matter with that?
No. I was just wondering if the singer's as beautiful as her voice.
I really wouldn't know.
You know, though, she kind of sounds like Whitney Russell.
If you don't mind, I'd like to be left alone.
Fine. By the way, tell me about you and Dr. Russell. You ready to go?
I haven't been out in so long. Are you sure I look okay?
You could be on the cover of a magazine.
You always used to say that, remember? When we were younger and you'd come over and we'd meet before a date.
Yeah,
Okay, what? Did I say something wrong?
look, before we go anywhere, I just want to make sure that we're straight on what tonight is all about.
All about?
It's not a date, okay? I need you to know that.
Oh, I do.
Because I don't want to lead you on in any way.
No, of course not.
Just because Grace left with David, supposedly to try to resolve his feelings for her, doesn't mean that I'm ready to jump into a relationship with you, because I'm not. Okay? I don't want to hurt you, okay? I just want you to understand exactly where I'm coming from. Just two old friends going out and have some dinner, that's all.
Well, I never thought it was anything else.
Okay.
There must be some sort of mistake. I made a reservation for 2 rooms. I know I did.
I've checked and rechecked, sir, and we only have a reservation for the 1 room, not 2.
Well, there's no use arguing about it, but we need a second room, so if you could please get us one.
Well, I'm afraid there's a problem with that, too.
Don't tell me.
Yes, I'm afraid so. This is our busiest time of the year. We're booked solid. I'm sorry, but I just can't accommodate you at this time.
Well, could you please call another hotel then?
I could call a dozen, sir, and it would be the same story. Everything's full this time of the year.
Well, could you at least try?
Absolutely, but chances are just about 0.
This is something, isn't it? How could reservation get screwed up like that?
Well, maybe it wasn't.
What?
Did you do this on purpose, David? I mean, did you make 1 room reservation so we'd have to sleep together in the same bed?
You know, if it turned out you and I were brother and sister, no, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, neither do I.
And we both heard your mother say that she miscarried her son.
Right, so it's over, Chad.
Right.
Right.
I'm just saying that, you know, there's no possible way I could be your son. So, we can make love all night long without worrying about...
Let's not even talk about it, okay?
From now on, we would have figured out everything. Just concentrate on us. How much we love each other. We want to be together.
Mr. Crane?
Yes, Loretta.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think there's something you should take a look at.
Oh, and what might that be?
This. I found this jammed into the back of my desk. It's from Harmony Hospital. Some sort of DNA tests were run on Chad Harris and all the people who were ever patients at the hospital. And an apparent effort to find a match for Chad's parents.
Yes, I'll take that, Loretta. I hid it in your desk for safekeeping to make sure no one ever saw it.
Yes, sir.
Now that it's done what it was intended to do, it will have to be disposed of properly.
I don't mean to pry, Mr. Crane, but according to that file, both Chad's mother and father are in Harmony.
Correct.
Then if you don't mind my asking, why did you fake the results to make him think otherwise?
Because I can't afford to let the truth fall into the wrong hands. No one will ever know who Chad's real parents are.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Dr. Russell is a friend, an associate. We live in the same town.
Right, and you keep ending up in each other's arms, spending all kinds of time together. What's up with that?
There's nothing up with that. You exaggerate as usual. I'm on the hospital board. Eve is a physician there. We're bound to run into each other from time to time. It's purely professional.
And what about the Blue Note? Our club downtown?
I like jazz, that's all.
Father? Dr. Russell? What's going on here?
Eve, what are you doing out here?
What?
I asked you, what are you doing out here, and who are you out here with?
That night when I found you and Eve in the alley behind the club, what was going on there?
Nothing.
You were in each other's arms.
I told you then, I was comforting an acquaintance in her time of need. Eve was very upset that Whitney was at the club, that she was singing, and she didn't think it was the proper environment for her daughter.
That's what you said. But when Coach Russell came out, you hid. It was like you didn't want him to see you alone with his wife. I mean, why? It's all so innocent.
Damn it, Fox, I don't owe you an explanation about anything. Now drop it.
I'm just curious.
Curiosity can be a very dangerous thing. Remember what it did to the cat.
I do. I do. Satisfaction brought her back.
Sweetheart, are you okay? You look upset. Did I say something?
No. No, honey, I'm just thinking about Sam and Grace and how their past came back to haunt them and how I don't want the same thing to happen to us.
Yeah, you said you wanted to talk and clear the air between us. So nothing like that can ever come back and haunt us.
Yes, yes, that's what I want.
But before you talk, let me talk. I'm gonna tell you about all the girls that I dated, so there won't be any questions or any doubts. My first real serious romance got my heart broken. She told me that she loved me, and only me. And then the first chance she got, she dumped me for a wiser, smarter, taller guy. And let me tell you, baby, when you're in the third grade, that's really tough.
Oh, TC. If only what I have to tell you about my past were so innocent.
You don't want to marry Luis right now? I mean, you're carrying his child. Come on, you guys have been a couple on and off since high school. Everybody in Harmony knows how much you love each other. Well, what are you talking about?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I've decided that I'm just not up for walking down the aisle in a big ceremony, you know, now that I'm pregnant.
Hey, it doesn't have to be a big ceremony. Look, it's just going to be a few close family and friends right here at the cottage. It'll be simple and small. Look, it's going to be great. Come on. Antonio, come on. I don't think we should pressure Beth into anything right now. She's not ready. When is she going to be ready? After this child's born out of wedlock? Look, I really think it's a good idea if you guys get married before this baby's born.
I know. I know. But I'm starting to feel like such a blimp. And, the idea of trying to squeeze into a wedding gown and having everyone stare at me when I know I look ridiculous is just...
Beth, look, you could never look anything but beautiful.
Antonio, I really think that we should listen to Beth and, you know, respect her wishes.
Can I have a moment with you alone?
Yeah.
So, why this sudden change of heart, huh? I mean, I thought you wanted me to help you and Luis get married, and now all of a sudden you've done a complete 180. Why?
The truth is, this was Luis's idea.
Luis?
He's just not comfortable getting married this way.
Why is he not comfortable?
I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the money or the timing, but I don't know. I didn't want to go against him, so I agreed to this.
Okay. Look, I'll tell you what, don't you worry about a thing. I'll handle everything, okay? And I won't let on like you said anything to me.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so I talked to Beth and I understand why she said what she said. But look, what this really boils down to is whether or not you two love each other. I mean, that's really it. So come on, Elise. Do you love Beth?
Well, yeah, sure.
You always have. What about you, Beth? Do you love my brother?
You are my passion for life.
I thought some fresh air would help us work up an appetite before dinner.
Oh, it's a lovely evening.
The sunset is incredible.
Everything is so beautiful this time of year.
Oh, yes it is.
Everything that's been dormant for so long is reawakening, coming back to life in full and glorious bloom. Makes you feel like anything's possible.
I guess you could say the same thing about love.
I was just thinking that.
Damn him.
What?
David, taking Grace away on his second honeymoon, trying to rekindle their love, cultivate something that died a long time ago, bring it back to life.
No, Grace, I didn't do this on purpose. It's not part of some evil plan. I booked 2 rooms. I swear I did. Look, the last thing I want to do is play games with you. I want to be open and honest with you. I brought you up here hoping to reawaken old feelings, not seduce you.
Look, I'd really like to believe you did.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hastings. There's been a mix-up. Apparently, the night clerk, when he saw that the honeymoon suite in a second room had been booked, he thought it was a mistake, and he canceled the second room. I am terribly sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, too, for doubting you.
Well, now the question is, would you like me to try to get a second room for your honeymoon?
Yeah, actually, it's our second honeymoon, and, well, it's a long story, but, yeah, we do need 2 rooms.
Okay, well, I won't make any promises, but I'll certainly try. Why don't you wait in the restaurant, and I will see what I can do.
Yes, thank you.
This is a first. Separate rooms for a honeymoon?
Milady,
Thank you.
let me get that coat for you.
Thank you.
Well, we got off to a rousing start.
David, it's not your fault. You know, it was an honest mistake. And really, I apologize for thinking that you only reserved 1 room.
Thank you. I'm glad you understand.
Can I get you folks something to drink?
Yes, could we get a bottle of your best champagne, please? Do you mind, Grace?
No, why would I mind?
Well, I just think, you know, being back here after 20 years deserves a celebration.
I don't mind.
Please.
And, David, I really do apologize for doubting you. I feel terrible.
It's okay. So, does anything look familiar? Anything jog your memory?
No, I mean, I wish it did, but I'm just drawing a complete blank.
Do you remember that painting?
No.
I was gonna buy it for you on a honeymoon.
That's not possible, sir.
What?
I heard you say you hadn't been here in almost 20 years. Well, that painting wasn't here 20 years ago. The owner brought it back from Europe only last year.
Why would you say you almost bought me that painting 20 years ago when it's only been here for a year?
I said there is nothing to discuss.
Fine. Don't tell me about you and Dr. Russell.
I won't say it again.
But I'll tell you what I think is going on. When Eve was telling you that story about having had a baby before Whitney was born, and having had that baby taken away from her, I saw how you reacted. It was almost as if you were reliving that moment with her. Like you could feel her pain. At one point, you even had tears in your eyes.
That is patent nonsense.
And then I remember thinking to myself, why would my father, a man totally lacking in compassion, care one way or another about Dr. Russell losing her baby?
Get out.
And then I heard Liz say, wait till TC finds out the entire truth. So I asked her what she meant, and she said, stick around, you'll find out. And you know what? I think I finally figured it out. I believe that you're the father of Dr. Russell's long-lost baby boy.
Which brings us to Mona.
And how did you meet her?
I bumped into her in the middle of the street, literally.
How romantic.
Well, Mona was a crossing guard at Wilson Elementary. You know, the older woman, younger man kind of thing.
Yeah, I see.
Mona. She was a big woman with a big heart. Mona used to give me candy.
What a hussy.
Well, she used to give everybody candy, but she always reserved a special smile for me. When I went off to junior high school and realized that I would never have Mona candy again, baby, I was crushed.
Honey, you were just too young to have your heart shattered in that way.
It took me forever to get over Mona. Well, at least 20 minutes. All right, babe. Your turn. Go ahead.
He said that if I'd had an affair with Julian, that it was the one thing that he wouldn't be able to forgive.
TC loves you. Eventually, he would get over it.
Wait, sweetheart. Before you say anything, there's something that I have to say. I have a confession. Honey, when you told me that you had a baby boy before Whitney and Simone, I was terrified that it was somebody else's child.
Really?
And then Liz said the same thing too, and she got me to worry. I mean, sweetheart, I have to apologize. Because I know that you don't come from that kind of past. I know that you would never have a child out of wedlock. But for a moment there, I thought, who was the father? And I did everything in my power not to try to embarrass you in front of everybody and ask. Especially in front of Julian Crane, because I despise him.
Thank you for not doing that to me.
Then I got this crazy idea that your long-lost son may have been Chad, all grown up. And I could tell that Whitney felt the same way too, because that's why she got so angry when she found out that you had a baby before she was born. Her poor daughter thought that she had fallen in love with her own brother.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Come on, Beth, it's an easy question. You love Elise, don't you?
Of course, I love him. All my heart.
Well, then it's settled. You two are getting married.
No,
No, we can start nailing down all the details right now, okay?
not yet, Antonio. I think we should just hold off a little while. At least until, you know, the baby's born.
Hey, whatever you want, Beth. No, but that's not what she wants, Luis.
Well, she just said.
She just said that she loves you and she wants to get married to you. Now, maybe she's feeling a little bit awkward because of how she's gonna look in her wedding dress and everything, but you know what? We already went over that, so it's settled. You guys are gonna get married as planned.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
For what?
All my talk about reawakening. It just reminded you of your problems with Grace. I should have been more sensitive.
Well, listen, don't worry about it, okay? Look, what do you say we get out of here? Go have some dinner? Forget about David and Grace.
There is no way I'll let you forget that Grace is with David. It's how I'm going to get you back into my life and my bed.
Okay, I admit you caught me in a lie.
That painting wasn't here 20 years ago.
Look, the truth is, I was gonna buy the painting. I just don't remember what it looked like.
Really?
It's the truth, Grace. On our first honeymoon, I only had eyes for you. You were the only beautiful thing I saw. I mean, I wouldn't be able to remember if that was a portrait or a landscape. We hardly ever left our room.
David, I believe you.
Excuse me. I'm afraid it's not good news. I can't find you another room. Would you like me to let the honeymoon suite go?
Yes, we'll get another hotel, thank you.
No, we'll keep it. Thank you.
Your key will be at the desk.
Are you sure that's what you want to do, Grace?
Yeah. I mean, we're both adults, mature, responsible people. We don't need a wall to keep us apart. No, and I'm sure that the honeymoon suite has got a bed and a couch to sleep on. You know, and this will just go to help prove my point. That I do love Sam and only Sam.
Well, you made the right decision. You won't regret it. I promise.
Making love with you is... I can't even find the words.
Neither can I.
I love you, Whitney Russell.
And you, Chad Harris, are the love of my life.
It's a damn good thing you're not my sister. I mean, I don't know what I'd do if you were and we couldn't make love anymore.
Well, I'm not your sister. So you don't have to worry or even think about it.
All we have to think about is this.
How dare you say that? That is a damnable lie. And if you repeat it to anyone, so help me God, I will disown you. Eve Russell is a woman of great integrity. I will not have you going around spreading vicious rumors that she had a child out of wedlock.
Calm down, Father. If I'm wrong, so be it. There's no need to get all bent out of shape about it.
Get out before I throw you out!
All right. I'm out of here. I not only hit a nerve, I poured salt onto an open wound.
Little sh... I have to see Eve. I've got to warn her the Fox may be onto us. So I can't call her home. I'll have to call her office.
Dr. Russell service.
Yes, I need to contact Dr. Russell immediately.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not supposed to tell you where she is.
This is urgent.
Well, all right. Dr. Russell's having dinner at the Lobster Shack tonight, and shall I page her?
No, thank you.
Chad can't be my son. That's impossible.
Of course he can't be your son. You had a miscarriage.
I mean, even if I hadn't had a miscarriage and my son was out there somewhere, it still couldn't be Chad because we ran DNA tests on him. And everybody who's ever been a patient in the hospital, including myself, and we never found a match. So his parents aren't in harmony. I mean, they can't be.
Now, no one will ever know that Julian had a son with that black woman. A son named Chad.
Luis, you heard how hard I was trying to get out of marrying you, but Antonio just won't take no for an answer.
Well, you're just gonna have to keep trying, okay? All right, so I broke out the sparkling cider. Everybody grab a glass. I'd like to make a toast to my future sister-in-law. Hope you guys have a wonderful, happy life together. I know how much you guys love each other, and I know you can't wait to be husband and wife.
I want you to see that I love you more than anything in the world.
Just make Grace yours, because I want Sam to be mine.
If Luis finds her out on the grounds, he's gonna know everything. I'm finished.
I'll find a way to make you pay, Beth.